This is Riley. She's 9 years old and she is reciting her Classical Conversations memory work from Cycle 2, weeks 1 through 12, and we're starting with math. Riley, skip count by twos.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 24. Do you want to sing some more?
Skip count by threes.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27, 30, and we're done. 33, 36.
Skip count by fours.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, and 48. Singing fours is really great.
Skip count by fives.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Skip count by sixes.
6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 66, 72.
Skip count by sevens.
7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, and 49, 56, and 63, 70, 77, 84.
Skip count by eights.
8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, and 56, 64, 72, 80, and 88, 96. Now we're through with the eights.
Skip count by nines.
9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90, 99, 108.
Skip count by tens.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120.
Skip count by elevens.
11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, 110, 121, 132.
Skip count by twelves.
12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, 120, 132, 144.
Good. Skip count by thirteens.
13, 26, 39, 52, 65, 78, 91, 104, 117, 130, 143, 156, 169.
Good. Skip count by fourteens.
14, 28, 42, 56, 70, 84, 98, 112, 126, 140, 154, 168, 182, 196.
Good. Skip count by fifteens.
15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105, 120, 135, 150, 165, 180, 195, 210, 225.
Good. Skip count the squares up to 15 times 15.
1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144, 169, 196, 225.
Good. Skip count the cubes up to 10 times 10 times 10.
Okay. 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, 216, 343, 512, 725, 9, 1,000.
Tell me about teaspoons and tablespoons.
3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons equals 1 fluid ounce.
Okay. Latin. Riley, give the first conjugation endings present tense.
OST, mustis, ent. OST, mustis, ent. OST, mustis, ent. First conjugation, present tense.
First conjugation endings imperfect tense.
Bomba spot, bomba spot is spunt, bomba spot, bomba spot is spunt. First conjugation imperfect tense.
First conjugation endings future tense.
Bobus bit, bimus bit is spunt. First conjugation future tense.
Give the first conjugation endings present perfect tense.
E is see it, imus istis errant. First conjugation present perfect tense.
Give the first conjugation endings pluperfect tense.
Eram, eras, erat, eramus, eratus, erant. First conjugation pluperfect tense.
Give the first conjugation endings future perfect tense.
Ero, eris, erit, eramus, eratus, erant. First conjugation future perfect tense.
Science. What are the 7 types of biomes?
The 7 types of biomes are grasslands, deserts, scrublands, tundra, deciduous forests, coniferous forests, and tropical rainforests.
What are 3 types of consumers?
3 types of consumers are herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores.
What are some parts of the food chain?
Some parts of the food chain are producers, consumers, and decomposers.
What are the natural cycles?
The natural cycles are water cycle, carbon and oxygen cycle, and nitrogen cycle.
How do animals react to environmental change?
In reaction to environmental change, animals will adapt, migrate, and hibernate.
What are 6 forms of pollution?
6 forms of pollution are noise, air, water, land, thermal, and radioactive.
What are 5 kinds of stars?
5 kinds of stars are giants, dwarfs, variables, novas, and neutrons.
What are some parts of the sun?
Some parts of the sun are core, radiative zone, convective zone, sunspots, photosphere, solar flare, and corona.
What are the names of the planets?
The names of the planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
What are the phases of the moon?
The phases of the moon are new, crescent, quarter, gibbous, and full.
What are some other bodies in our solar system?
Some other bodies in our solar system are asteroids, meteors, meteorites, and comets.
What are the names of some U.S. space missions?
The names of some U.S. space missions are Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, and Shuttle.
Okay. English grammar. Riley, what are the 8 parts of speech?
The 8 parts of speech are nouns, pronouns, verbs, adverbs, conjunctions, interjections, prepositions, adjectives.
What is a pronoun?
A pronoun replaces a noun in order to avoid repetition.
What is the pronoun order?
Pronoun order is first person singular, second person singular, third person singular, first person plural, second person plural, third person plural.
What are the nominative pronouns?
The nominative pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they.
What are the objective pronouns?
The objective pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them.
What are the possessive pronouns?
The possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his, hers, ours, yours, theirs.
What are the possessive adjectives?
The possessive adjectives are my, your, his, her, its, our, your, their.
What are the reflexive pronouns?
The reflexive pronouns are myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves.
What are the interrogative pronouns?
The interrogative pronouns are who, whom, whose, which, what.
What are the demonstrative pronouns?
The demonstrative pronouns are this, that, these, and those.
What are the indefinite pronouns?
The indefinite pronouns are all, another, any, anybody, anyone, anything, both, each, either, everybody, everyone, everything, few, many, more, most, and neither.
Good. Geography. Riley, name the continents and oceans.
Continents are North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, and Antarctica. The oceans are Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, and Pacific Ocean.
Name the European waters.
The European waters are North Sea, Baltic Sea, Adriatic Sea, English Channel, and Mediterranean.
Name the Western European countries.
The Western European countries are Ireland, England, France, Spain, and Portugal.
Name the European rivers.
The European rivers are Rhine River, Seine River, Po River, Elbe River, Danube River, and Volga River.
Name the European cities.
The European cities are London, Orleans, Paris, Barcelona, and Rome.
Name the European mountains.
The European mountains are Alps, Pyrenees, Carpathians, Caucasus, and Ural.
Name the European peninsulas.
The European peninsulas are Scandinavian Peninsula, Iberian Peninsula, Balkan Peninsula, and Apennine Peninsula.
Name the points in the Mid-Atlantic world.
The points of the Mid-Atlantic world are Treaty of Tordesillas, Strait of Magellan, Cape of Good Hope, and Canary Islands.
Name the points in the Caribbean.
The points of the Caribbean are Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico.
Name the points in Southwest Asia.
The points of Southwest Asia are India, Calcutta, China, Afghanistan, and Pakistan.
Name the points in Eastern Europe.
The points of Eastern Europe are Istanbul, Constantinople, Moscow, Kiev, USSR, Russia, and Siberia and Asia.
Good. Name the Eastern European seas.
The Eastern European seas are White Sea, Black Sea, Barents Sea, Caspian Sea, and Aral Sea.
Good. History. Tell me about Charlemagne.
In 800 AD, during the medieval period, Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne Holy Roman Emperor of Europe.
Tell me about William the Conqueror.
After the church split into Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox, William the Conqueror defeated King Harold of England in 1066 and started feudalism.
Tell me about the Crusades.
Eleanor of Aquitaine and her son Richard the Lion-Hearted fought the Turks for Jerusalem during the time of the Crusades, which occurred from 1095 to 1291.
Tell me about the Magna Carta.
English King John signed the Magna Carta in 1215, limiting the king's power. Later, England's King Edward III claimed to be King of France and began the 100 Years' War in 1337.
Tell me about the 100 Years' War.
During the 100 Years' War, Joan of Arc and King Charles VII led the French to defeat England at the Battle of Orleans. In the late 1340s, fleas on rats carried plague killed 1 out of 3 Europeans.
Tell me about the Renaissance.
During the Renaissance period from 1350 to 1600, Da Vinci was a famous inventor, Shakespeare was a famous playwright, Michelangelo was a famous artist, and Copernicus was a famous scientist.
Tell me about the Reformation.
In 1517, Martin Luther began the Protestant Reformation by printing the 95 Theses, which made Pope Leo X excommunicate him. Later, John Calvin joined the Reformation. This is how it all began. In 1517, Martin Luther began the Protestant Reformation.
Tell me about European exploration.
Between the late 1400s and the mid-1500s, Diaz rounded the Cape of Good Hope. Amerigo Vespucci sailed to the Americas, Balboa across Central America to the Pacific. Magellan's crew sailed around the globe, and Coronado explored the American Southwest.
Tell me about the age of absolute monarchs.
Between the 1500s and the 1700s, Henry VIII of England, Louis XIV of France, and Philip II of of Spain, and Peter the Great of Russia, and Frederick the Great of Prussia ruled during the age of absolute monarchs.
Tell me about the history of Russia.
900s, 1400s, 1700s. Vladimir I brought Christianity to Russia in the 900s. In the late 1400s, Tsar Ivan the Great built the Kremlin in Moscow. Catherine the Great expanded and westernized Russia in the late 1700s. 900s, 1400s, 1700s.
Tell me about the French Revolution.
In 1789, the French Revolution began, and citizens stormed the Bastille and fought for the declaration of the rights of man. Later, during the reign of terror, the aristocrats' heads were removed by the guillotine.
Tell me about the Battle of Waterloo.
Napoleon Bonaparte of the French Empire was defeated at the Battle of Waterloo by British General Wellington soon after the War of 1812 in the United States.
Good. Timeline.
Timeline, this is my timeline. Timeline, this is my timeline. Timeline, timeline. We'll start at the beginning with the ages. Age of ancient empires, creation to circa 450 AD. Creation and the fall, the flood and the Tower of Babel, Mesopotamia and Sumer, Egyptians. 3000 BC, 3000 BC, Indus River Valley civilizations, Minoans and Mycenaeans. 7 wonders of the ancient world, patriarchs of Israel. 2000 BC, 2000 BC, Hittites and Canaanites, Cush, Assyrians, Babylonians, China, Shang dynasty, Hinduism in India, Phoenicians and the alphabet, all mix of Mesoamerica. Israelite exodus and desert wandering, Israelite conquest and judges. Great dark ages, Israel's united kingdoms. 1000 BC, 1000 BC, early Native Americans. Israel divides into 2 kingdoms, Homer and Hesiod, founded by Romulus and Remus. Israel falls to Assyria. Assyria falls to Babylon. Lao Tzu, Confucius, Buddha. Judah falls to Babylon. Temple destroyed. Babylon falls to Persia. Jews return and rebuild the temple. Roman Republic, Golden Age of Greece, Peloponnesian Wars. Persia falls to Alexander the Great. India's Mauryan empires, Mayans of Mesoamerica, Punic Wars, Rome conquers Greece. Roman dictator Julius Caesar, Caesar Augustus and the Pax Romana, John the Baptist, Jesus the Messiah. Year 1 AD, year 1 AD, year 1 AD, Pentecost in the early church. Persecution spreads the gospel. Herod's temple destroyed by Titus. Diocletian divides the Roman Empire. Constantine legalizes Christianity. India's Gupta dynasty. Council of Nicaea, Augustine of Hippo. Jerome completes the Vulgate. Visigoths sack Rome. The Middle Ages, circa 450 to circa 1500. Council of Chalcedon. Western Roman Empire falls to the barbarians. 500 AD, 500 AD, Byzantine Emperor Justinian, Benedict and monasticism. Islam. Muhammad found Islam, Zenjan early on in Africa. Franks defeat Muslims at the Battle of Tours. Golden Age of Islam. Ooh. Vikings raid and trade. Chimpanzean period. Charlemagne crowned Emperor of Europe. Alfred the Great of England. Eric the Red Leaf Erikson. Norse explorers. Vladimir I of Kiev. Byzantine Emperor Basil II. 1000 AD. 1000 AD. East-West schism the church. Norman conquest and feudalism in Europe. The Crusades, Zimbabwe, early Mali in Africa. Aztecs of Mesoamerica. Prince of the Sixties and Thomas Aquinas. Japan's shoguns, Incas of South America. Genghis Khan rules the Mongols. England's Magna Carta. Ottoman Empire. Marco Polo's journey to China. The 100 Years' War and Black Death. The Renaissance. China's Ming Dynasty.